Hello and good afternoon, and lovely to meet you here today. And thank you for joining us. We know there are more teachers who are going to join in as we move onwards. Therefore, we try and maintain a slow start so that we can take onwards and jump and leap forward very quickly. So, welcome to this session on enhancing personalized learning using AI. My name is Meenakshi Oberoi, and I'm CEO of T Pedagogics. It is a pleasure for me to bring to you these sessions. Almost every Tuesday, we meet here for 1 hour and we just take up a new topic for discussion. And yes, this is a discussion. I would love to engage you in conversation right from the start, and therefore, there's a poll that is already active in our chat window, and the question is very simple. What is personalized learning? So please go ahead. I can see one response that has come in already. So thank you for that. And please go ahead and share your response through the poll that we've shared in the chat window. Currently, I have personalized learning. What is personalized learning? I have one response which says customize to students. Great, fantastic. Keep that coming. It's important, and I've pinned it so that you can see it very clearly. It's pinned for you, and you can go ahead and share your responses. I'm going to take a slow start here, like I said, because I'm waiting for your responses to come in, and that matters a lot to me. And therefore, I'm just going to start setting in the context as you start sharing, your responses. And I must share with you today. I'm slightly under the weather, so I'll need your energy in this room to take this whole session ahead. So here I am. Teachers are facing, I think, a more diverse set of student needs than ever before, which requires individualized approach to learning. And personalized learning to each student is challenging. You cannot really pay attention to each and every student in the classroom. You do not have take time to actually create, analyze, and provide, resources, feedback, and so much more as we build on more learning opportunities for each of the student. But consistently in our conversations with schools, we have found that they are looking for ways in which we could consistently identify individual progress and identify classroom trends that can be daunting to, even think of without work. But somehow we technology is here. That's a good part to support us, and we are here to help each child develop future ready skills, which is more important now, and to build stronger literacy, to build critical thinking skills and prepare them for future, because tomorrow definitely looks very personalized. And let me take a look at the kind of responses that have come in. Great, fantastic. I have okay, needs of my stakeholders, students, persons interest. Great responses coming in. Exclusive is what Rashmi ma'am says. Rahil, good to see you here. And yeah, thank you all for once again for joining in. And I'm sure we'll have a fantastic session today over here. And in that breath, as the responses come in, let me also take a minute to thank you all once again for the fabulous, response that you give us. We are a strong community on Instagram, and there's our, Instagram link to follow. And for those of you who were looking for the recording of the last session, it is available over here. I've given you the post link as well. Just a minute. Let me just check. Okay, I'll give you the post link as well over here. And these links will take you to the recording of this session, because I know I constantly get, message in our group where you requested for the same. And yes, your requests are our priority. And therefore, I'm just sharing with you the direct link to that post as well. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. Here you go in your chat window. I have once again given you the correct link. I'm going to remove the one that I had given before. There you go. Okay. So here we are. Please keep your responses coming. Our poll is open for your responses. The question today is, what is personalized learning? I've pinned this for your convenience. Therefore, please do respond to the poll. It's important. We are here today to unlock the productivity and personalized learning using AI. this is one piece that is very close to my heart, and I have, I think, in multiple forums spoken about it, and I believe in personalized learning um, to the core. That's what my personal effort has been. So I wouldn't mind by starting just to define what is personalized learning. So personalized learning refers to basically any instruction in which the pace of the learning and the instructional approach are optimized. So what we are looking at is not just a one set approach for everybody. We're looking at an as creating certain opportunities as an education community where we have worked diligently to transition from one to many to try and provide more personalized student-centered learning where the student is overall in charge. I'm sure you've heard this before. And with fixed curriculum and the kind of pace that we have in our classrooms, it is tough. And I wouldn't deny that, right? It is tough. However, there has to be some which way in which technology could help us. So, to give you just an example of a classroom setting, the first step developer is a shared understanding between the student and the teacher about what are the learning goals. So normally when we start the chapter, what happens is we would write on the board that let's say we are going to study about the habitats. But what is the main objective? Why are we studying it? And what is our goal? What is it that we want to understand? So, this is one thing that worked in our classrooms very well. We had on our board the learning goals defined very clearly because those learning goals are students' goals, they are not my goals. So, students need to articulate those learning goals to personalize learning in any classroom setting. Whether you are 30, 40, 80 students in a classroom, if they know what they're supposed to achieve at the end of the day, you will see a kind of a ownership that comes in, and then they start looking for start looking for ways to work together to accomplish those learning goals, because student this allows students to understand that there is a purpose as to why we are looking studying this. So it gives them a goal or an understanding and see value in understanding or learning this. So that's my consolidation of what why should we go for personalized learning and how does it really help. So yes, thank you for tailored learning, revised and designed learning. And I have many more responses here wherein my word cloud is looking beautiful with needs being the center, and the next highlight word is student. So yes, inclusive, person's interest, customized, student orientation, wonderful. So all of this is beautiful. You know where the confusion comes? um, I'm so sorry, Magar. I need to pause here to bring this to everybody's perspective. uh, this is something that we need to talk about. There is a difference between personalized learning and differentiated learning. It might sound like a little too much of talk, but believe you me and stay with me as I talk about it. But this is an important piece that I would definitely want to address because there is a lot of confusion as to what is personalized learning and what is differentiated learning. If I were to say it in one sentence, I would say, differentiated learning is a part of personalized learning. That's how it works. And if you're looking at the difference, there is no shortage of, instructional approaches and pedagogies that we as educators know of and apply in the classroom. But such abundance also, what it does is, uh, it just creates a little bit of a confusion into what is it that I can actually use to actually address this particular need. Therefore, these two terms are always confused while using technology between differentiated learning and personalized learning, and they're synonymously used. But when in reality, they are absolutely different. So, differentiated learning is basically your step towards one size fits all approach to learning, in considering that you are working on the content, you're working on the process, you're working on the learning environment and the product. So this approach takes the needs of the students into account. So what is it that my students require? Looking into what content suits them best, looking into what is the best process for giving them that particular information, or what kind of tool will be the best that will be able to demonstrate, which will best demonstrate their understanding. This is a very important step, and I'm not denying the fact that this is important, this is extremely important. But personalized learning, on the other hand, it gives student the autonomy to decide what to do. So choice and voice is one thing that I would definitely say is a part of your personalized learning. And students have to play an active role. You can't just have them sitting in the back seat and, just uh, focusing on mastery of the content. No. So what can we do to bring in personalized learning? Number one, on demand and immediate instructional interventions. For example, let's say we want to see the students progress and we want to inform that, this is the appropriate step to take. What is my next step to take? That is something that is will lead to personalized learning. If I pick up a piece and I say, I'm going to give some students in the classroom this piece to do and other students that piece to do, and I'm personalizing learning. No, that would be differentiating learning, right? Personalized learning would address everybody, but it'll give you a choice to choose between the kind of content that you are consuming. And on the go, you are getting progress reports as to how far have you reached with this, how much of it is correct, what is your area of work that is left. So you are in control of your knowledge, skill, and content consumption, and it's a flexible pace. So I'm sure you must be thinking that, okay, this all of this sounds good, but how are we going to make it happen? So don't worry, we are going to make this happen. I'll be sharing a few examples as to where AI comes into play. And of course, one of the most important things for today's student is anytime, anywhere learning. They really want to, learn at their own pace, their own place, their own way, and their own time. Literally. And, out of school time can be beautifully utilized towards this. So we always don't have to look inwards towards our school curriculum and timetables that are so tightly built, and rightly so, because only as much can happen at school. We could also look at some which ways where we are looking at bringing in learning which is adaptive by nature. So AI powered adaptive learning platforms are available within Microsoft. You have multiple. I'm going to talk about a few where you can analyze students data such as their performance, strengths, weaknesses, and their learning pace as well. So, based on this information, the system will provide you the personalized learning pathways. That's the best part, that your role play is to look at those insights or to look at the data that the app is providing you and act accordingly on that. So, what you could do is there will be a lot of content that will be offered, there are a lot of activities that are offered, and you can actually align it according to students' preference or preferred way. I'll give you a very simple example. All of us know about reading progress and reading coach, right? And I'm going to talk about at length about that as well. But what happens is some students would want to create their own story. Yeah. Like if I were to tell you all over here, there's a reading piece. You could either use reading progress or reading coach to develop your reading skills. You'd be happy because you have a choice. Number one. Number two, both of them are giving me very similar results. They're keeping track of what my student is doing. But in reading progress, either I upload a content or reading piece, or there is a set content from ReadWorks available. Yeah. And as soon as I go to reading coach, I have AI generated content also available. Now, that is also available in reading progress now, depending on what is the kind of look and feel do you want? What is the kind of content that you're looking for? What are the kind of characters? What is the kind of setting? Everything becomes personalized and you have an increased interest. You wouldn't believe it, but I'm going to give you a very personal example. I'm sure my niece is going to kill me for this, but I'll apologize to her later. Just yesterday, you know, um, while we had a celebration, Rakhi celebration, and she was in the room. She's in grade six. She was just sitting, and my yeah, her parents were talking to me about, there is a decreased interest in reading. What do you do? How do you push this? And how do you help? So I simply just picked up. I asked her to bring her laptop, and I said, "Here are your two options. Try whatever you want to, and if you like it, you can go ahead and read. Otherwise, whenever you like, you can come back." Her face lit up. Why? Because she was not being asked or forced to read. She was being given a choice that I can do it now. And she tried it there and then. She loved it. She didn't want to share her score, which is fine because we were so many of us in this family sitting. She doesn't want it. So she had her own privacy in place. And the parents, I had told my niece as well, your parents can see it whenever they want to. You don't have to like finish a piece and come running to say, this is my score and you don't have to share. It's okay. If you want to improvise, you can have three, four, five goes. And, if whenever you're comfortable and you feel this is a good score and I want to share with my parents, you can do that. That actually created a lot of space for her to make mistakes, for her to learn at her own pace, for her to pick up content that she was actually interested in reading. And then, slowly once you get this student into that mode, that's where you are in a good space to negotiate based on the learning goals, saying, hey, this is great, and you can keep on doing this. And, there's some bit of my piece also that I want you to adopt. And we negotiated and we came at a good understanding that in 2 weeks, she's going to do about three, four, five, whatever many pieces she wants to read on Reading Coach. But on Reading Progress, there will be assigned pieces at least once in fortnight that she has to complete. And imagine the response that came from her. I can actually do two or three also if you want to give me, if I have time, and I'm able to finish mine. So imagine the kind of jump we saw from being a reluctant or, not a reluctant reader, but probably a not so enthusiastic reader to suddenly being interested. Yeah. So, majority of these platforms today will offer you adaptive educational environments, and it just helps this child and gives the child that space that is required for self-adaptive learning habits to set in. And AI algorithms are always there, they are employed, so you can modify the learning content instantaneously, or you can look at students' performance over time in a variety of subjects that you want, and also help them see where they're progressing. And that's a very, very positive kind of an approach to take. I'm not sure whether I'm making a lot of sense. I know I'm doing a lot of talking today, but do give me a response in the chat window to let me know what you feel about it, about adaptive learning, what I've just spoken about, and I'll show you more pieces as well. So, that's the biggest jump that we are looking at making as educators, moving from traditional learning to adaptive learning. And it's the biggest opportunity that AI has to offer for personalized learning, because that's the ability where you provide learners an adaptive learning opportunity and allow them to progress on their own pace, their own way, their own time. And you see student patterns of learning, their strengths, their weaknesses, customized reports that you want to see, and over a period of time, researchers have shown, not very much, but then about a year back, the schools had started. But it was observed that students who used adaptive learning programs driven by AI saw a 62% increase in test scores. 62 is huge, and you'll agree with me. Yeah. So I'm going to give you, don't take my word for it. I've just given you a report. Do read this report. It's very insightful and it'll be very helpful to, substantiate what I've just spoken to you. And, you can go ahead and read. Please do share in the chat window what you feel about adaptive learning. Practical, not practical, can be done, can't be done. And as you do so, I will give you a glimpse of both reading progress and also reading coach. So here I am. This is my class, and these are the assignments that I have given to my students, which are reading assignments. These are ready to grade. I haven't graded them. And this is the way the assignments look. So let me just show you one of the assignments over here. And making these assignments, I think we've given you a lot of exposure as to how you can make. And here's the piece that the child is supposed to read. Now, as students read that, my insights will give me peek into, what is it that my student is doing. Can you see over here? You have reading trends available over here. Now, as I click, of course, mine is just a demo account. So you will see a better result there. So this is the reading progress for grade 4. It tells me average words read per minute are 24, which is 15 words lesser than the average of the class. And there's a decline of 15 words, and there is an increase in the average accuracy rate. Now, look at the kind of insight it gives me. Maybe children are trying to chase the accuracy rate and they are not focusing on the speed, which is a good thing for us, right? And the assignment rate has also declined. These are the words that my students found challenging. I could create or generate a passage directly from here, send it out to them. Here is the class average per assignment that I had given them. If you can see the kind of trends that it's showing me, and average words read per minute, accuracy rate, and of course, this is only for one student because, like I said, this is a demo account. That you can have all of this, and if you don't have access to Microsoft Teams, please ask us. We'll be happy to share with you ways in which you can get access to Microsoft Teams at no cost. Let me take you to, coach.microsoft.com. That's another app over here. And it's a wonderful app. And I'll just give you a glimpse into it and then talk about it probably later. I'm going to sign in using a personal account over here. And let me see what happens. Okay, I agree. This is, of course, in public preview right now. And I'll say continue. So as I say this, I get a choice over here. And this 20 minutes to go was a big go for my niece. That, okay, I just have to do it for 20 minutes. I don't have to sit for hours to do it. And then the first thing that she did was create a story. Of course, you have reading passages. She never had the patience to listen to me that there is stuff available here, but I have already informed the parents, so they'll do the needful. That here it is. She just absolutely loved creating. I mean, look at the kind of characters that are there available over here. So this is actually giving my child a choice into, this is what she had chosen, unicorn on a beach. Well, okay. So you can't take unicorn to the beach, and she was pretty upset about it. And we said, okay, let's go to the island. And she wanted to read on grade 6 level. So she tried reading over here and she says, this is so easy. I said, go to level 7. So you can choose your own level. Imagine the kind of confidence that she would have gotten that she's just come to grade 6. She could make a jump from grade 6 to grade 7. That was beautiful. So it just took about a second to generate. There you go. Just in a few seconds, a new piece has been generated, and she could actually read aloud by allowing this. And she read aloud, and you can see immersive reader also built in. I will just remove this for now, block this so that I can tell you about all about it. This is all immersive reader. If you haven't seen what is immersive reader, here it is. This again helps you personalize learning in many ways. Very quick demo. If you click on the book sign, not all students like reading this way. Some of them just say, okay, give me one line view, or give me two lines view, or give me the entire view as you like it. Okay, so you can remove the line focus and the paragraph will pop back. Now, as we do that, the next option over here is that of picture dictionary. Now, you can toggle this on or off as you like it. But what she absolutely loved is that when she clicked on the word, there was an image that came in. So if she didn't know what is a kingdom, she could actually find out. And of course, she knew what is a kingdom. She knew this one and she didn't know this one. I have to mention that along with. She's not going to like me talking like this. But what I'm trying to tell you here is there is a lot of comprehension that is built in over here. Yeah. Apart from that, there are, of course, the word size can be increased or decreased as you like it, or increase the spacing. Like this is normal spacing. We've increased the spacing so that the child can read every word clearly. There is a choice of font as well, and of course themes. This is especially useful. Sometimes we don't even know if there are cases of color blindness or certain color preferences. For example, this is something I can't read. Yellow is too bright for me. I like most of the people like black or white. That is a dark mode. I like the light mode, but I like this mode the best. So, depending on what your personal preference is, you get to toggle with this option. And the third one is the best one because I absolutely love this because this will give you an option to work on your parts of speech. So what all nouns are there? What all verbs are there? Adjectives are there or adverbs are there? And of course, you're spoiled for choices. You could change the color as you like it, but and then show the labels as to what is what. This is an amazing piece. I absolutely am in love with Immersive Reader. It's a great AI piece for our students to actually keep on learning. Yeah. So here it is, all the options available for you. And as a student is ready, they press the start reading button and they can carry on. So I'm going to take a pause here and, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to share with me any questions that you might have. I like your question. Does this cater to all grade levels? Yes, we have from kindergarten to grade 12 available over here. So yes, different grade levels are available. Any more questions? Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. This is something I'm going to leave open for you to think about and tell me what do you think we mean by skillful mentoring? I'm waiting for your responses in the chat window. Okay, not many responses here. Okay, do we have art subject? I like that. The questions related to reading progress are coming in. Do we have subjects, art subjects like music, drama, visual arts? You could actually upload any piece. Let me give you a demo of, uploading any piece that you want to. And yes, definitely a guide by the side. Thank you. Mentoring kids to harness their skills. Each kid is gifted. Beautiful, Rashmi ma'am. Deepak sir, to answer your question, I'm going to go back over here and I will show you that in assignments, even on Reading Coach, you can do that. While you are creating these assignments, here is reading progress, right? Create learning accelerator and reading progress. Now, as this opens up, if you need to share a piece on music or anything, you could actually import a Word or a PDF and bring it over here. For example, I'll just give you an example. I don't have a piece on, music, but then I do have a piece on, I think, rocks, if I'm not wrong. Okay, this is going to take some time. Looks like I will have to go through many pieces to actually. Okay, let me try and see what is this art forms. I don't know what's in my document. There you go. I don't know what this is, but I just picked up something out of my documents and I am going to delete. Okay, you can actually edit and you can bring in anything that you want to over here. And if you're happy, great, fantastic. This is a piece of art about art forms that I want my students to read. So I'll say, okay. And this is in English. If you want to change the language, yes, it is available in all languages. Let me just go into edit and show you the kind of languages that are available. There are multiple Indian and foreign languages that are available over here. Yeah. So you could go ahead and check out, look at that, Gujarati, Hindi. So there are multiple between Marathi, Malayalam. Look, there are multiple that are available. You can just go check out over here. You can give these pieces in any language that you want. And then, of course, set all of this and click on next, and you will be able to assign the reading piece to the student. Yeah. If you're not looking for this, choose a new passage. You could even generate it over here. Now, here are your subject areas. Like you said, art, culture, all of these topics are available over here. Let's say art, you want for 10-year-olds, this is your length, and you could choose your language as you like it to be. And I always say, please remember, we are either into English India or into UK. Now, the good thing is we have English India available over here. Yeah. So please go ahead, and these are the key challenging words. I'll say, okay, and it will generate a new passage over here, which is something that is unique. You can't choose the characters and all as you can in Reading Coach, but in Reading Progress, look at that. This is already available for you, and you can use this passage. If you want to make changes, please go ahead, type as you want to. So let's say I've just typed this, and also you can, increase or decrease the complexity level of the text. I missed showing you that, but I think that in another session we've already shown. Great to hear your questions. So, yeah, if you have any thoughts, comments, queries, please do share. Fantastic. So, I have another comment from Chandeep. She's saying, okay, facilitation by the teacher, eliciting responses from students and not providing answers yourself. Perfect. Assist mentees and hone certain skills. You know what? I just told you a story about my niece. Every student in our class is very shy as far as confessing that this is the level of skills that I have. Yeah, skillful mentoring is actually a very skillful piece. So while it is a very sensitive one, students may require that additional bit of assistance to develop these skills. What skills am I talking about? I'm talking about the essential skills, the 21st century skills of communication, collaboration, presentation. There's so many of them, right? So here's where, AI-powered tutoring systems come in to provide instructions based on each student's way of, the way they work. It's very similar to having a tutor who is, working very closely with you, one-on-one, and will help you see what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and also in addition offer you individualized advice, not just a generic, but the AI powered solutions will often tell you, and in a very gamified way, that and envision that this is where you're trying to give your students a virtual tutor uh, at their disposal for around the clock, and be prepared, help them prepare for the unknown future of tomorrow through personalized instructions that the systems will enable. And to add more components, it could be anything. For example, in the personalized AI coaching, if you're getting a feedback, uh, like for example, we have a tool called Speaker Coach, and I'll just show you. It's also built in within Teams. Like for example, right now when I'm talking, I could actually turn on the Speaker Coach. Okay, so while I'm talking, the Speaker Coach is listening to me. Yeah, I wish I could show you my screen as well, where I'm getting a pop-up which says it'll listen to you and analyze your speech, the way you speak. So it'll analyze the pace at which I'm speaking. So, Speaker Progress recommends that presenters speak at a rate of 100 to 165 words per minute. I hope I'm within it because I've been told multiple times I speak too fast, but I try and slow down. So, and if you're speaking like too fast or too slow, Speaking Progress will remind you to go slow or speed up as required. Number two, if I'm speaking in a very monotone, for example, today I'm doing a lot of talking. So if I don't have good voice modulation, it's going to become very boring. So speaking in a monotone, look, right now, I'm just getting a message. I'm going to share this in the chat window. And I want you to see this little pop-up, which is there on top of the screen, because I did this deliberately. I know I've been speaking a little fast, but that is deliberate. And if you look at this piece that I have sent in the chat window. Let me also show you here. One second. I hope you can see it. Now, when I was talking and I was talking too fast, this pop-up came up. To you, try speaking a bit slower. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So while I'm talking, this gives me a pop-up here if you're looking where it is, because the rest of the text is very, big. This is where it is, and this pop-up came up while I was speaking to you. So it's a fabulous tool which just helps you, work on the way you are presenting or you are speaking, helps you maintain your pace, your pitch. Apart from that, if I'm using a lot of fillers, for example, like for example, if I okay, so if I try and use these kind of fillers, It's going to tell me that your our audience is thinking that you're not sounding very confident. It's not very helpful. So why don't you try and sound more confident and persuasive by thinking about what you want to speak and avoid these fillers. So that's very helpful for my students to know, right? And repetitive language. For example, Speaker Progress uses a database of about 200 common words and phrases. And if you overuse certain words, Speaker Progress will tell you. For example, I use, a lot. So when I use, and I've used it like over time, and I keep telling you, this happens. So it'll tell me that the kind of language that you're using has a lot of repetitive words. Or if I use any sensitive phrases, which are like, culturally insensitive, it'll inform me immediately to avoid any profanity or, cultural insensitivity towards anybody. And, if my camera is on, it'll also look at my body language, the way I'm standing, and the student is constantly reminded of looking into the camera, keep their face clear and, maintain a kind of a distance from the screen. So the ability of the students, here's the complete report. Will it make, okay, I have a question. Will it make a teacher's help obsolete to the kids? No, I think, Rashmi ma'am, what will happen is you can't find time to tell all of this to every student in a classroom, even through the year, right? But there are some places where, you would keep giving certain feedback. Now, the child wants to work on the feedback. There is no one to help that child to work on that feedback. That's where speaker progress and speaker coach come in. As soon as the speaker coach comes in, this ideally is used before a presentation, which is normally not inside the classroom, which is basically a part of your, homework or weekend work that, you have to present on Monday or Tuesday, or, the next day when you have to present a day before within PowerPoint itself. Again, it's telling me still you're too fast, slow down. So I can't give you all screenshots, but, I'll get a report at the end of the session and I'll share that also, uh, you know, um, next time when we meet. So what this will do is this will become like an additional tutor. Like I said, it'll help the student in getting the ability to think critically about the way they are speaking and presenting, develop their thoughts, and present ideas more clearly. In which is basically fundamental in today's world. And speaker progress and speaker coach are tools that can help you improve the way you speak and present, and allow the students to practice independently, which is what the students don't get time for. And secondly, also offer real time coaching. So for example, if I'm speaking too fast right now, I know my content very well right now, therefore I can speak very fast, or maybe I'm not making sense to many people. So it'll help me or assist me in improving and building my confidence as a speaker. And this is available across, right across, with it is built within. Oh, look, it's giving me, remember to ask questions after speaking for an extended period of time. Now you know where I learn all of this from, right? So I'm going to copy this image and share this in the chat window. So seeing is believing, and I completely believe in that. And here you go. In your chat window, I've given you another comment that I got from Speaker Coach. So this is available in Microsoft PowerPoint. It's available in Teams and also LinkedIn. So you can actually go ahead and share it with your students, allow them to have beautiful targeted interventions while getting skillful mentoring from these tools. Yeah. I'll pause here again because it asked me to ask a question. So I'm going to listen to my tool, right? I'm just going to show you. Here it is, my pop-up, which says, remember to ask questions after speaking for an extended period. So yes, this is my clue to say ask question. So my question to you is, how personalized has learning become for you for the kind of tools that I have shared, or for the kind of insights that I have shared with you till now? Please share your thoughts in the chat window before I move onwards. I will be very, very happy and elated if you could actually, share with me if today's session is helping you at all. Pausing here. Wonderful, Amit. Yes, building confidence, definitely building confidence. All of us need this tool. And whatever, I wouldn't shy away from saying I'm a very experienced speaker. Yet this sort of a tool is a lifesaver. I mean, look how it reminded me on time to say, why don't you ask a question? You've been talking for so long. Yes, a big yes. It's a new avatar. Yes, definitely, it's a new avatar in our classrooms. Very helpful. Thank you for those responses. Keep them coming, please. Just boost my confidence. And with that, I would also want to mention I don't want to rely only on speaker coach for this kind of a feedback. You are my first point. You are human. All these, I was just actually listening to someone yesterday, and they mentioned that, do you think AI is going to make us obsolete? And though I'm going to use a word. Maybe my speaker coach tells me that I'm not using appropriate language, but let's see. So, the speaker on the radio station was posed this question, and the speaker said that consider AI stupid without you. And if AI, and the RJ asked, why are you saying this is stupid? So if this is stupid, why should we use it? He said it's stupid without you because it needs your brain. It doesn't have a brain. You're the person who's in the driver's seat who's going to drive this. Otherwise, you will not get the right result. I wouldn't use that language. I just use here to see if my sensitive language is being captured, and I'm sure I'll get it in the report. What kind of a word did you use today? So I'll share that report with you next time when we meet. But there are very good features within, classwork that are available within Teams, where you can actually manage your own curriculum, allow students to create and organize class resources according to the way they want, and learn alongside. So you can see these resources, you can share these modules with the students, they can learn at their own pace. And the topic that they want to learn first and next. So you could actually take a look at this as one of the options to kickstart uh, personalizing content for students by suggesting them modules based on what kind of a piece that they are using. So thank you, Stuti, for saying indeed helpful. Really, really, really helpful for me as well. And Rashmi ma'am is again shared a comment saying being AI powered is a must today. Great resources. Thanks, Rashmi ma'am, for sharing that. And when creating an assignment, this is super useful. AI is built within. While we want to give, personalized learning opportunities to our students, we can't find time. So educators can prompt these. So AI is built within, as you can see, instructions are popping all by itself when you write a few words. So these kind of suggestions will pop up for adding for a key content, or you can do anything, create more content accordingly, simplify or add more details, have learning objectives defined, or just add emojis to make your students day. So it's a great way of using AI generated content. And if it is incorrect, please, you can correct it, because you can keep, discard, regenerate the content as you like it. Like I said, it needs you more than you need it. So, and once your assignment is ready, you can also generate a rubric. Rubrics have become, I think, an integral part of our teaching learning, and we must share rubrics with our students beforehand. Really helps them see what the learning goals are. I'm going back to where I started. So these learning goals are very helpful for students, and it just helps my student to see uh, what is it that I'm learning this for, and why am I learning this. So there are a number of things that could actually be brought into the classroom for personalized learning. For example, some students learn the best when they are in a game environment. So nothing stops you from using Minecraft. It's a beautiful piece, and it has generative AI built in. You can harness the power of playing in learning by using this as Minecraft. And if you're new to Minecraft, there's a lot of training that is available for you. There's a Minecraft Teacher Academy. That's something that you can think of in the coming days. You could actually, whenever you find time, go ahead and complete this task. It'll help you explore how to use Minecraft in teaching learning across subject. Like you asked, music, art, everything is available on Minecraft website. So if you can uh, believe us in the power of using Minecraft in the classroom, please do. Students absolutely love it. Once again, I'm going to give a very personal example, but yesterday was a great day for my niece where she discovered that I could give her access. I could give her access on my device to to Minecraft education. Absolutely loved it. She was at it. She was creating so many things. And here's a piece for educators. It's super easy to use. You can download it. You have education resources for training yourself, licensing and deployment, help for IT admins is available. How to teach, you have sample projects, lesson plans, and short tutorials. Absolutely love this whole layout. And look at the subject kits. This is where I wanted to reach and show you that you could actually explore it in any subject. There are ready-made lesson plans available for you, which come in very handy while you are in this teaching learning process. Given you link to this as well in the chat window. Must explore. We will very soon be doing another session focused on Minecraft. So if you want to join, you're most welcome to join. Yeah. And I'm going to once again pause here for any questions that you might have till now. And also, I will take you onwards. I have a few things that I want to tell you more about and, apprise you about. Sorry. There are very interesting options that are available using AI. How can I personalize learning? But one thing that I want to underpin over here is that personalized learning is giving that child a choice, a voice, and a space to learn. I'm sure you want to know more about it, and I will be sharing many more things with you. If you want to take a look at speaker coach assignments as to how to build, here's a piece for you to see how to build speaker coach assignments. It's very simple. Go to assignments, go to learning accelerators. Instead of choosing, reading progress, choose speaker coach, and you can build it. It's simple as that. And why should you build it over here and not on PowerPoint? If you want to track the progress of the students, the way they are progressing in speaker coach, or by using speaker coach, this gives you exactly the way reading progress gives you a complete report. Speaker progress also gives you a report about what is it that your student is doing. What are some of the commonly spoken or misspoken or spelt words? So that's a great feature which can help students and teachers both to overcome the fear of both public speaking, become more confident, become more captivating and competent speaker. So it can identify your common errors, it can captivate audience and boost confidence. While looking at common errors, it looks at mispronunciation, speaking too fast or slow, relying on filler words the way I was, and not making an eye contact. So these are some of the things that really make my day while I'm looking at these pieces. I'll give you a link to speaker coach as well in our chat window, because I think this is something every class should be able to offer. Just in case you can, please do. I've shared the link in the chat window. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to bring everything together about personalized learning. Personalized learning is an educational technique. Okay. Now that concentrates completely on students' learning processes and caters to their wants, talents, concerns, and help them build their skills and their knowledge at their own pace. Thus, it's a promise to offer them a very varied kind of a learning experience to help them acquire the knowledge that they need to be successful in the world of tomorrow. And this method goes beyond the early education, and the way we've been supporting students. There is immense learning that is available. So oh, there you go. So yeah, thanks, Chandeep. One of your filler words I noticed, Meenakshi, is yeah. Yeah, I say yeah a lot. So thank you. Yes, look, this is where human and machine intervention together can play a beautiful role, and I am getting a beautiful partnership from My team member, Miss Chandeep Marwa, she's amazing, and she's always been around. I've just made her a presenter, and I would love to bring her in here for her thoughts as well, because she's worked a lot on personalized learning as well, using all these tools. So I'll let her come in here. Chandeep, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
perfect.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you so much. And very sorry for that little this thing, but I thought let me be the speaker coach for you today. And that's what I just thought and I listened to and I had put in the chat window. With you, I can take that liberty. So, really, it is
Absolutely. Please
very,
do
very
not. Yeah. Sorry,
interesting
sorry, sorry.
the way you're taking us through this session. Yeah, no, no. Every time I attend a session, it's always learning, unlearning, relearning, and that's exactly what we are trying to do, dear teachers. Always, I feel it is not that you don't know, but what happens is it's like a refresher. We need it off and on. And that is why we say we teachers have to be like continuous learners. So never ever feel, just listening to the topic that it's something, which we have already know. We've been doing this, we've been practicing this, but every time you see there's a fresh perspective, there is something which is different or new which is coming up, and that's the beauty of being a continuous lifelong learner. Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chandeep. That was absolutely beautiful. And yes, I did not mind at all. In fact, yes, we need such pieces. Um, Rahil, I think yes, that's something that I need to address. As always, I've always told you, this session that we host over here are informative sessions. You have to go ahead and complete the course on Microsoft Learn, know more about this, and only then will you be able to earn a certification for it. Okay. Earlier, we had, we used to get these codes from Microsoft, but those codes are available only on longish duration. So for today, here's your track to complete. I have given you the link in the chat window. Please go ahead and pursue the course on Empower Educators to Explore Potential of AI. And yeah, yes, Ritu ma'am, you will get the recording of this session on YouTube and on Instagram both. Please follow us there so that you're able to take leverage what we are able to offer here. Also, um, there is a request, a humble request for all of you to kindly share a feedback. Very important for us. It just helps us get better each time. What is it that you liked? What is it that you would want more? Do help us by responding to this piece. And I've in the chat window shared the link to our YouTube channel and our Instagram handle, so that you can go ahead and yeah, I've done that. So you can go ahead and keep pace with what is it that we are offering over here, and the recordings are available on both these channels. I hope that helps, and I will also post the link to this form in the chat window so that it becomes easy for you. I know most of you prefer QR code, and that's why I have given the QR code. Just a minute. I will just share just a second. Here's the feedback form link. The Insta link has been given. And if you want to scan, then here it is. And yes, here we are at the almost the fag end of this session. I would definitely, want to thank all of you wholeheartedly for joining this session. I have I'm going to also share, with you a screenshot of the Wordle that we were able to create together. And that's the beauty of working in such environments where you can hear the quietest of the voice and know your audience better. So, yeah, I have shared the picture in the chat window. You could go ahead and take a look at the Wordle that we've been able to create using poll option over here. So thank you so much. And yes, Rashmi, I'm saying these sessions do assist in certification courses on MS. Thank you. Thank you. Most welcome you are. And yeah. as I always say, please stay curious, keep learning, and keep growing, and always, 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 always strive to be more interested than interesting. So, thank you so much for joining us here, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. But do not forget to join us next week when we talk about proactive steps to staying safe and secure. There is a huge demand for this course. We've gotten so many requests to do another session. So we tweaked the session that we on cybersecurity that we did before. And we are going to host proactive steps to staying safe and secure. Do come back on 27th of August, and we will see you here as always. Thank you so much. Take care and bye bye.